Now I'm going to start this video by putting on the record that I've never taken an IB exam myself, luckily enough. But the horror stories I've heard about these things has motivated me enough to make a video on it. These stories I've heard talk about how they've never faced anything as academically soul-draining, mentally unhinged, and spiritually disorienting as the IB exams. It seems like you should forget finals, forget AP, even forget the SAT. IB exams are like if regular tests went through a villain arc. You see, IB doesn't just test you. It studies your weaknesses, sends them to a lab, and then engineers the most sadistic assessment possible based off of it. They really said, let's make them write essays, solve equations, analyze texts, do oral presentations, and then grade it all with a scale so cursed that even the College Board would be impressed by it. And let's not forget about the subject combo. You've got 6 classes, some at a higher level because sleep is for the weak, theory of knowledge, aka philosophy for people who don't want to have fun ever again, a 4,000-word extended essay, aka the academic equivalent of a midlife crisis, in CAS. Oh, CAS, where I do creative things, active things, and pretend I care about service. But I really just want to cry in peace. Everyone tells you, just start reviewing early. So naturally, I started revising 2 days before paper 1. My study method? Cry, panic, reread old notes, forget everything, and then cry again. And don't even get me started on the past papers. IB past papers are like reading ancient scrolls from a civilization that hated you. Here's how IB math works. They give you a simple looking question and you're like, oh, this looks easy. 2 hours later, you're using imaginary numbers to calculate how many friends you've lost to this curriculum. Plot twist, it's all of them. Exam day itself, you walk into the room. You see the teacher's face, and you instantly forget your own name. Why is it always freezing cold? Why are the desks so small? Why does the clock tick louder than my will to live? You turn the paper. It starts with define epistemology. I start with Jesus, take the wheel. Once the exam ends, everyone runs out like prisoners escaping Alcatraz. Some people are crying, some people want to compare answers. I go straight into denial. Did I spell photosynthesis with an F? Doesn't matter, I'm free. And then the wait begins. You have to act normal for weeks, like you didn't just sacrifice your GPA, social life, and personal dignity to the gods of the IBO. Results day? That's just your personality test. Are you a refresh the page every 10 seconds kind of guy? Or log in 2 days late and accept your fate kind of guy? When people ask how the IB exam was, my recommendation is to just tell them character building, which is code for I aged 30 years, lost all sense of reality, and now flinch every time I hear the word rubric. But hey, at least I can write a 1,200-word analysis on a mango in Francais. So, if you're currently in IB, just know you're not alone. You're just trapped in a globally standardized academic cage with 1,000 other overachievers who also haven't slept since November. Smash that like button if the IB stole your soul. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because it will. And remember, sleep is temporary, but your IB trauma, permanent.